It was a treacherous place. It's kind of like a melting pot, you know what I'm saying, of people. Losing my daddy and going through my drug addiction, that was pretty hard. I had him doing my drug addiction, so that was it was good to have him there. I was drinking just a tad bit, but I know I was smoking weed a lot, and then I know it wasn't the way he died or whatever. It was rough. Hell yeah. It's Roccin John, Slick as Rick, Dope as Ryan, loading up my 9 in Northwoods all the time, catching sales out, waiting page there, the Club Shield, the Missouri representative. I could barely see out my wheels at night because I be tinting them. And this motherfucker with Divineshot.
How you got into music?
How I got into music? I've been in music my whole life. Like I said, shit, I used to do a band back in elementary school, middle school, high school. So, you know what I'm saying, music always been in me, you know what I'm saying, even like the technical side of music, like music theory-wise. So I've been big on that my whole life, I say. But man, after sports had subsided in my life, it's like, shoot, I said I had to do something. So on top of just learning shit, I was gonna rap too.
How was it like growing up your neighborhood in St. Louis? What was how did the environment shape you as an artist?
How did my environment shape me as an artist? Growing up where I grew up, it was fucked up and it was good. It was bad and it was good. Getting all those experiences, positive and negative. It was a treacherous place. It's kind of like a melting pot, you know what I'm saying, of people. You had gangsters, you had good people, you had drug dealers, you had people who ain't do that. So I was able to take from a lot of people, not just, you know what I'm saying, bad influences, you know what I'm saying?
Were you able to avoid not getting involved in all that?
Was I able to not get involved in a lot of the drama? I've been through my fair share of things, you know what I'm saying, but I've always been smart enough to know when to stay away from certain stuff, certain people, know when, you know, certain things going bad or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I always had that ability to peep things out when stuff ain't right no more, you know?
For the music, was there like a particular moment or artist that made you say, yeah, I want to do this seriously?
Hell yeah, it was a lot of artists that made me feel like I wanted to do it. All of them like kind of from St. Louis, because we had like a rap renaissance going on, if you will, like 2013, 14, 15, 16. And like we had like there's a whole bunch of artists coming out the city, and we was all around the same age. It wasn't like you know what I'm saying, if they can do it, then I can do it too. But it was more so like if they can do it, then why don't we all try? Not like we all try, but like it was people like us that was just blowing up. So we all wanted a piece of that. Everybody didn't last or suffice, you know what I'm saying? So seeing those people do what they did back in 2015, 16, 17, 18, you know what I'm saying, maybe 19, and want to keep on going. Because St. Louis, we got you know what I'm saying, particular sound, you know what I'm saying? We all got like a particular style. It was all St. Louis. St. Louis inspired me on top of major artists, but you know what I'm saying, the underground scene in St. Louis definitely made me want to do this shit.
How would you describe your style of music?
How would I describe my style of music? I would say I take a lot from St. Louis artists, Chicago artists, and mainly like Memphis artists. So it's like a Chicago, Memphis, St. Louis, you know what I'm saying, with a tad bit of New York in me because I got my bars. So it's kind of that, you know what I mean?
And then I know you have the feature with Lil Chat. What was that like working with her?
You know, she got a lot of hit songs, you know what I'm saying? You know, her first album charted on the main chart. I think that motherfucker hit like 67 on the main chart for her to be from Memphis and for the Hypnotized Mind to be like the size they was, if you will. She's a major artist. Although she a little older, she's a major artist. She's, you know what I'm saying, been to the Grammys, did this, you know, the BET, this, that, and the third, whatever it is. So, you know what I'm saying, it was an honor to work with her, and she was hella cool too. So, you know what I'm saying, being that she hella cool, it was, you know what I'm saying, made it even better, you know. She wasn't stuck up, bougie, or none of that shit. She, you know what I'm saying, down to earth person.
As far as the creative side of things, when you get in the studio, do you have a certain routine that you always go for?
When I get in the studio, do I have a routine? I wouldn't say I got a routine. Before I go to the studio, this shit costs money. Maybe 50 hours, 60 hours, 70 hours. So I like to practice my shit at home or in the car or whatever. So when I get there, you know what I'm saying, I'm either one taking that motherfucker or, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting the song done in 15 minutes and then the mix masters may take a little time, then I'm on to the next song. I like to practice my shit before I get there, so when I get there, I ain't in there playing. You know, people, they get in there and they just be playing in the studio. You know what I'm saying? They don't be serious about it. They just go in there playing and you paying money. You know what I mean? So mix all the little dudes out there, females that want to rap, practice your music before you get up in there, and then you build a greater rapport with the engineer because they know you serious. If you go in there and you playing every day or you take you 3 hours to do one song, they don't think you ain't serious and you ain't nothing but money to them. But if you show them you serious, then you see different parts of the relationship start to blossom, you know?
I know you've shared, like in the past interviews, like the tougher parts of your journey, like dealing with addiction, losing your dad. How did those experiences shape you as both an artist and a person?
Ooh, hell yeah, losing my daddy and going through my drug addiction, that was pretty hard. I had him doing my drug addiction, so that was, it was good to have him there, like kind of guide me on, like, you know what I'm saying, like always cheering me on to do right. Definitely during that time period, you know what I'm saying, I was making good music or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, I was just hurting my body, and I was hurting my mind too, and then I had a lot of opportunities with the music that I was letting myself pass by while I was getting high, you know what I mean? That shaped me as a person, because it's like, I know I can shake shit off, and I know I can bounce back from whatever. Then I lose my daddy, you know what I'm saying, a couple years after that, which totally crushes me. Hopefully in a better place, you know what I'm saying, and shit. I got a lot of time in with him, so, you know what I'm saying, I try not to trip too bad, you know what I'm saying, and I got hella sisters, so he's staying strong for them, but it just, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that just make you stronger, though. It just give you more experience, you know what I'm saying, to talk to people in the future.
What's something your father taught you that still affects how you move today?
Something my daddy taught me that still stick with me to this day. He taught me about like dealing with my emotions, if you will. I was going through a hard time to where like I was like a little paranoid, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking this, that, and the third was finna happen or whatever. And he told me, he was like, I was gonna get to the joint, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna get to prison, see that I ain't have to do what the fuck I did, fuck a motherfucker up, anything, you know what I'm saying? And he told me like, man, you gonna get in there and you gonna realize you ain't have to do what the fuck you did. And then you gonna sober up and be like, you know what I'm saying, man, I wish I was out. You know what I'm saying? That stick with me to this day, because I still be going through it sometimes, like thinking this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? And then I just hear his voice in my head saying, I'm gonna get to the joint and I'm gonna realize I ain't have to do what the fuck I did. Shit, I bet you I'll wake up then, so I'm gonna just wake up now before you even have to, you know what I'm saying, go through that.
With his passing, how did you cope with it?
When my daddy died, how did I cope? I ain't gonna lie, I was just, I was smoking weed a lot, you know what I'm saying? I was drinking just a tad bit, but I know I was smoking weed a lot, and then, I know it wasn't the way he died or whatever, it was rough, just I wasn't able to, just constantly thinking about what happened. That was fucking me up, so I had to try to keep my mind off it, then constantly thinking that, man, like, wish I could have been there to help him and shit like that, so I was going through those type of emotions, so just working through it, man, I gave myself time, though. I gave myself time, but I also chose to stay strong, though, for the women and the other people that I had around me. I was kind of tough towards it, but I had let myself feel it, though.
Growing up with, you have 5 siblings, how did that environment shape your competitiveness or creativity?
Well, I got one big brother and I got 4 sisters. My brother, he's way older, so he was already out the house, but staying with my sisters and shit, and being the only boy, those experiences, you know what I'm saying, kind of make you hard to a certain shit. So it definitely affected me, because like I said, it made me want to not be like them. So anything that they was doing, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to do, you know what I mean? So I'm rapping right, don't nothing rap, you know what I mean? So I know I'm winning on that one. Not even like it's a contest, like you just said, but you know what I mean? I don't know, just my sisters, you know what I'm saying, my brothers, so we all can shine, you know what I'm saying? But it made me want to just, not so much be better than people, but put my work in. If I put my work in, I get my shine. And everybody else get their shine, I'm get my shine too.
You've talked about before wanting a big family. What does family mean to you now?
What does family mean to me? Family means everything, because a lot of people, they try to say like blood ain't thicker than water. The water ain't there. I said, well, they be saying, but man, blood still stands forever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got people that do people dirty in family. Family means everything to me. Being there for them, taking care of my mom and them. That's what a man's supposed to do, I think. Family means everything to me. Like I said, I want a big family one day. I be saying I want like 50 kids and all that shit like that, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know though. If it happen, it happen, you know what I'm saying? But I do want a lot though, I ain't gonna lie.
For the song, I Walk Fast, when that started blowing up, what moment made you realize that like, yeah, this is getting big?
When I Walk Fast was blowing up, the moment that made me know that it was that was when I started getting noticed in public. When I first started getting noticed in public, I'd be walking down Lucas and Hunter something, and, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker hanging out their car like, I walk fast. And I'm like, and that's just when I dropped the snippet. I was, you know what I'm saying, still drug addicted around that time, you know what I'm saying, but people noticing me, they wanted to take pictures and shit. They seeing me in Sam's, Walmart and shit. It stopped me. This was like 2020. And then when I actually dropped the song, it did decent numbers, and then I started promoting that motherfucker. And once I started promoting that motherfucker, it went viral on a couple sites. So with that shit going viral, it was just like, like damn, because Man, people was fucking with it. People was fucking with it. So once I started seeing it going like viral, after I got the promo on that motherfucker, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, shit, like I'm hitting 1 million views on certain different pages and all that shit like that. I was like, okay, cool. Now I know, like, man, shit, motherfuckers really fucking with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it was, yeah, it was crazy.
As far as like promotion-wise, what did the situation with Say Cheese teach you about the business side of music?
The situation with Say Cheese, it taught me like how kind of like fragile people can be. It taught me how kind of like, how like, you know what I'm saying, like this my page, so I own it, I curate the motherfucker, this, everything from this page comes from me type shit. So I learned, like, some people said, like, I probably kind of spazzed out too soon, so that could be a lesson. But then it come from me, you know what I'm saying, paying, you know what I'm saying, $700 for y'all to post my music, and it only stay up there for 22 to 28 days. I need every single last hour of it, every single last second of that. So when they posted somebody else, and posted my video and tagged somebody else, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I need all that. So I told them like that was kind of bogus. They told me I couldn't post on their page no more. It taught me how fragile people can be in the game, like how fragile a motherfucker can be, because it wasn't that serious, I don't think, but I said that's their page though. I'm down to work with them. It's been about 2 years now, down to 3 years almost. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to reach out again. I've been thinking about reaching out again and seeing if, you know what I'm saying, that bullshit still stand. But I don't think Sean Cotton was controlling the page that day though, man. So I don't think he'd do no bullshit like that. But it definitely taught me how fragile people can be, how like petty, how ornery a motherfucker can be, even on like the big levels.
As you grow as an artist, how do you decide, who's trustworthy and who doesn't belong in your circle?
Time will tell, man. Then I'm a fucked up dude my damn self. I like trying to downplay the good shit that I do, trying to make me seem hard now, but I'm a fucked up dude my damn self. Seeing traits of myself, the bad shit that I would do or think about doing, like seeing that in people, you know what I'm saying, to throw me off from a motherfucker, or like time, like I said, time will tell though. Like I've been down with you, you know what I'm saying, with 3 years, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, I've been down with my studio people for some time. Those people can be around, but it's like, you know what I'm saying, you can't have like no real bad shit around your name, like, you know what I'm saying, like you done rob cameramans or studio mans or, you know what I'm saying, rappers or like DJs and shit. You can't have none of that around your name and be around me. You can't have like no beef, you know what I'm saying, on your name and be around me too much, you know what I'm saying? You can't have no federal indictments looming over your head. You be around me. The people that can be around and help me do this shit, they done been tested on levels that ain't got nothing to do with the music. So if I can fuck with you and we ain't gotta do no music, or we ain't gotta shoot no videos or none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? I can just, you know what I'm saying, hit you up type shit. So those are the people that I got around. People that just, you know what I'm saying, cool.
If you could change one thing about the St. Louis music scene, what would it be?
If I can change one thing about the music scene in St. Louis, it'll be a couple things. It'll be the mentality around this motherfucker, because the mentality is like the people who can help us, like the people who got like a foot in the door or who got their whole body in the door. It's like the mind state is that if you come help a motherfucker, you gonna get fucked over. If you come help a motherfucker, you not gonna get duly compensated. If you come help a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna get yours. And like I said, I want that to change, because when I was blowing up, if somebody would have reached out, man, I probably could have been farther than I am right now. You understand what I'm saying? But in St. Louis, a motherfucker wants you to know a motherfucker wants you to possibly reach out to them, but they know who you are. You don't know who they is. So I want us to change and really start fucking with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like when a motherfucker rather go put some whack ass motherfucker on the mainstream, that it really fucks me up, you know what I'm saying? Because we got real talent here to where it ain't gonna cost that 200 grand that they think to blow a song up, or this to do a song. Like the little shit that we do to help each other. Like it's some motherfuckers in the city, man, who I done heard people always, man, they was talking about you and that, and it's like, why they ain't fucking with me? I want us to actually fuck with each other. I be hitting people up like slide to the studio, motherfucker be too busy. Or I want us to actually fuck with each other. I want the people who can actually do something for us. Like, and nobody owes us anything. That's what I think people are like getting it misconstrued, because they think we owe. People think like we think we owe it. Nah, we just saying we down to put the work in. You understand what I'm saying? So this ain't like centered on like one or two people. It's like anybody who got their name big from St. Louis. I feel like, man, you should be back here trying to get this motherfucker back to where, you know what I'm saying, gotta go. But then like I said, man, I just want people to get out their heads, man, especially like the people that's quote unquote higher up, man. Because the artists, man, they working, you know what I mean? But it's like the people that can put an extra word in over here or get in the motherfucker in over there or over there, they ain't gonna do it because they feel like they ain't gonna get theirs. Well, it ain't even about that all the time. Sometimes it's just about the music. I want us to focus. Let's make the STL music scene, not the STL music business, because the business side is fucking everything up because we'll put some real rough bullshit out there just because the motherfucker got some paper for it. You know what I'm saying? But then the motherfucker come through with a good message or something like that and you don't fuck with them. And that's you know what I'm saying, that's fucked up of us, I think. So I like to see all that change.
What's one message you want a kid to know who like went through the same, like similar situation as you, like losing your father and then the addiction?
What would I tell a little dude or a little girl going through some things that I went through? To keep your head up, perseverance is the only thing that's gonna get you there. Although I don't get high no more, you know what I'm saying? Like the possible depression, like the possible like anger and shit still be rolling in my head, in my heart and shit. So let's try to learn how to regulate your emotions just a tad bit better. Try to work on how you reacting towards things. Always try to get you some money over the drama and the girls or the boys. Like keep your head up. That's the only thing that you can do. And I ain't gonna lie, man, if you out here getting high right now, man, you might as well stop. You out here getting the real deal fucked up and shit, you know what I'm saying? Off liquor, pills, weed and shit, and that's all that shit fucks you up. So I'm gonna tell you right now, just, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and stop. Rehab, they got outreach programs and shit like that, then get yourself right. Drugs ain't the way, you know what I'm saying? Drugs ain't cool, it ain't sociable no more. You know what I'm saying? And then drugs ain't real no more. So you ain't got time to be dying trying to get high. That's that, you know what I'm saying? And for people who done lost their daddy, man, you gotta possibly one day go get you some help with that. And if you lost him in like a traumatic way or like you wasn't around him when he died and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with saying like you need some help. So that's what I might end up doing, you know what I'm saying? I don't go to no therapy now, but I'm definitely thinking about, you know what I'm saying, going to therapy, talking about my pops and a couple other things, but you know what I'm saying? But if you lost your daddy, man, just keep your head up. It will get better one day. Hopefully I see it in my dreams one day. But you know, you gotta keep your head up.
What do you think he would tell you right now in this moment?
What my daddy tell me right now? He'd tell me to tighten up. All the good things that I did since I blew up, he would have been like, all right, that's cool, but tighten your game up, John boy, go even harder. So he would have been pushing me to go harder. He'd have been happy that I did what I did though, but he'd have been saying like, nah, go harder. He'd have been like, go harder. Every day I talked to him, he'd probably been like, go harder. He'd be like, what you doing today for the music? What you doing today for the music? You know what I'm saying?
And then if you could talk to him right now, what would you tell him?
If I could talk to my daddy right now, man, I'd probably tell him about some of these hoes I done had, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably tell him about a couple of these older bitches I've been fucking. You know what I'm saying? I had fucked and shit. I brag to him about them. Probably smoke some of this loud with them.
And what's something outside of music that really inspires you, like a hobby or anything else that fuels your creativity?
Something outside of music that fuels my creativity, I ain't gonna lie, it's sports. I'm gonna say like youth sports. Cause I be, I used to play, but so it's like when I go to a high school football game nowadays and I be looking at them playing, you know what I'm saying? Now I get creative in my head, you know what I'm saying, on what I would do, you know what I mean? So coaching. So like it ain't a sports, I say like coaching because it's a lot I can teach these little dudes. Whenever I see them out there, you know what I'm saying, playing soccer or whatever, I get creative in my head on how my uniforms would look for them, how, you know what I'm saying, my scheme would look for them, how, you know what I'm saying, it'll look for me be out there coaching them, then winning something with them. I say sports, man. Sports kind of the only thing outside of music that excites me. Sports, and then I ain't gonna lie, I want to get into like building shit, you know what I'm saying? Like HVAC or something like that, motherfucking plumbing or something like that, minor electrician, shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? That little shit like that hella fun to me too.
I'm looking forward, what's next for you?
Oh, looking forward, man. Keep getting this motherfucking paper. Keep on dropping, man. I ain't gonna lie, I got a couple songs that I already like blew up and shit, so leveraging those songs to new people and to the old fans. Keeping it going like that, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's same old shit, different air freshener, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep this shit going. I just dropped Platinum on Deck, the mixtape. Platinum on Deck, the mixtape. I just dropped that, all platforms. I got another tape coming early January or maybe late December. So I'm gonna just keep on dropping, man. Keep on promoting, man. And then I ain't gonna lie, man. You might catch me on Twitch soon. You might catch me on YouTube stream soon, you know what I'm saying? Now, ain't no Mike, you definitely gonna catch me on Twitch and YouTube stream soon, man. I got the setup on the way. You might see me start doing a little DJing out here. Man, you might see me start making beats out here, man.
You could fast forward 5 or 10 years. What do you hope your legacy in the music scene is?
If I can go forward 5 to 10 years, what would I want my legacy in the music to be? That I was myself, that I was a hard motherfucker, and that if it actually came down to it, and like any motherfucker from like Jay-Z or like Nas or like top rappers, whoever rapped before, if they ever got a chance to see me in the studio, they would walk away giving me Notorious B.I.G. type props. Nelly, you know what I'm saying, to be like, man, I seen Roccin John in the studio and nobody works like him. I want like Trick Daddy or the Rihannas. I want these motherfuckers to know, like, when Roccin John name come across them, they be like, oh yeah, that motherfucker was hard. That motherfucker was the shit. That motherfucker got the skills. That motherfucker did this. That motherfucker did that. You know what I'm saying? I want people in St. Louis to be like, man, look, it was Roccin John that was the hardest. Roccin John top 3, Roccin John top 5. You know what I mean? So I want the fans, I want everybody to know that when I stepped up to that mic, I was giving it my all. I wasn't bullshitting, I wasn't faking, I wasn't lying, I wasn't dissing, I wasn't doing nothing. I want people to know that I came and I motherfucking did some shit that motherfuckers wasn't doing. I came and I came over the adversity, the motherfuckers laughing at me, this, that, and the thing. I kind of overcame all that shit. I want motherfuckers, when they step up to the mic, to be like, oh, yeah, when they step up and they talk about me, I want them to be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, Roccin John did that.
Well, we appreciate you for coming out. I'll have all the links and stuff, like your...
Hell yeah, man. Threads, man, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal Music, Deezer, Amazon Music, Pandora, shit, Audio Max, SoundCloud, whatever fucking site you can think of. You search up the name ROCCIN, JOHN, I'm probably gonna pop up on that motherfucker. You go on YouTube, I'm definitely gonna pop up on that motherfucker. You go on Google right now and you type in Missouri, Roccin John gonna pop up. In a minute, I'm gonna be synonymous with Missouri. I'm gonna end up being, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, probably the best writer to come out of Missouri since Mark Twain or something, I don't know.
Do you have any last word for the fans before we wrap up?
Man, I love y'all more than y'all love me, man. I know y'all be seeing me out in public, man, and y'all be like, man, oh, I don't want to be fanned out, Roccin John. I want to say something to you, man. It's all love, man. Come show love, man. I ain't no stuck-up ass dude. I ain't no beefed out ass nigga, nothing like that, man. It's like I said, man, y'all see me out in public, man, say what's up, man. I'ma say what's up back. I appreciate all y'all did, man. I know some of that shit might come off as funny to y'all, man, but man, go through the catalog, man, and find something that you like, man, because I got songs for whatever you done been through, man. I got songs for it. Let's just, you know what I'm saying, keep it going, bro. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to say it again, man. I appreciate the little dudes and the little girls that fuck with my music too, man, because shit, y'all the next generation, you know what I mean? So, if y'all, I appreciate y'all being real enough to be able to grasp that shit.